Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins. So, as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. You can also follow the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur fan page, and you can follow me on Twitter at DGoddess27. Jawara Correct says, "How dare you?" Brand Slayer TV said, "Queen, stop playing with us. Honey, tell them to quit playing with the Queen, honey. Tell Wig to stop playing with the Queen. All right." Lindell Weave said, "I'm here for those shizzes." Okay. All right. Culture Mix said, "Blessings, Queen. Shout out from Big Mad DC. All right, beloved. Hello, Tayana. Sonia, sweet great mom. All right. Old school Moni Love is in the house. Said, "Destroy that wiggetry." Okay. Jeremiah said, "Wig," laughing my ass off. Okay. Jacob, hello, beloved. Mr. Hotel, hello. Queen about to blow that smoke. Hey, Danielle. The True Royal family is in the house. Shout out to you, beloved. You all make sure you follow the True Royal family on YouTube. All right. And Sister Lisa Cabrera. All right. Curly Girl. Okay. Robin said, "The fraudacity of it all." Now, y'all making up words. Y'all need to cut it all out. Ronald is in the house. Sean, Phillip. Okay, Capricorns, I see you, Melanated Brown. All right, Bryce. Let's get into it, Phillip and Sean. So shout out to everyone in the chat. Everyone tuned into the Queen, honey. Okay, now I know y'all probably said, "Well, Queen, when will you stop talking about Wig?" Hey, Mike Elts, beloved. Queen, when will you stop talking about Wig? Well, that's up to Wig, you see. That's up to Wig, because I already told y'all, as long as Wig keeps running that mouth and posting bullshit, I'm going to keep going in and dropping these receipts because you know I got them. It ain't going to stop until she stops. That's just it. You're not going to win, Wig. Face it. Take your L and go sit down. Sit your funny looking self down. That's what you need to do. All right? Right? Judah Quinn said, "Wig better repent." Yes, listen. I've already said that she needs to atone for the wrongs that she's done. Stop lying, gaslighting, and deflecting, and trying to act like somebody. Stop trying to play the victim, Wig. Now, the victim are those people that you fraudulently got the mortgages and all that stuff and made people lose their homes and all that stuff. Those are the real victims, Wig, not you. Stop playing the victim. Nobody's lying on you. You committed fraud. You were convicted of it with the prison for it. Now, I'm not fraudulent, honey. And here's the thing. I want y'all to pay attention. Because see, when I was making my post for the daily vitamins, what I was going to talk to you all about today, I was planning on talking about Hunter Biden and some things that have come out about him, because y'all know I keep my foot on his neck, as I told you I would. But it appears to me that Wig would prefer for me to keep my foot on her neck. So, well, here it is. At the end of the day, yes, Change said Wig got the wrong one. Oh, yes, she absolutely did. She absolutely did. And she's going to find out. She's going to learn today. That's what she's going to do. So I'm going to keep my foot on the gas. That's all I'm saying. Now, here's the thing. You see, I find this all very interesting, beloveds, that someone who's told all these lies, committed all this fraud and scams and schemes and did prison time for it and got out and lied, said she was political activist and continues to do fraudulent scams that are clearly legal, unfortunately, acting as a whole Peter Popoff 2.0. I find it so interesting that she continues to try to act as though she's the victim in all of this. You know, one of her subscribers, actually, from what I was told, likened her to Jesus, said that she was being persecuted like Jesus. Lord have mercy. If that doesn't tell you all how foolish some of her hashtag Vicki Nation followers are, likening her to Jesus, child boo. Talking about she's been persecuted. Say what now? Okay. Anyway, let's get into the receipts, because I absolutely cannot. All right? I absolutely cannot. Right? Now, here's the thing. Even if, let's just assume and pretend that even if all the legal documents that I showed were fraudulent, let's just assume it for a moment. Let's pretend, if we can, that they were. Were the two people who came on here last night, who used to support her financially, who were two of her biggest supporters on and her favorite subscribers, I would say, because of all the money they were giving her, and they were loyal subscribers. I mean, I showed you the picture of Ishara and her friend standing outside passing out flyers for Wig with Wig's face on them. In the thumbnail, I showed you Mr. Hotel wearing one of Wig's t-shirts saying, "I'm the technology." And here's the thing I didn't even say, but now I'm going to say it. Wig started selling t-shirts because I started selling t-shirts. Pay attention. She was on Fly Nubian Queen for all those years before I ever even got on YouTube. Dr. Boyce Watkins was always selling t-shirts. Wig never sold a t-shirt in her life. Dr. Boyce was selling them, and she didn't think to sell them. She only started selling t-shirts when the Queen started selling t-shirts. Wig could always sing, I would imagine, because she sang on the Fly Nubian Queen show. Well, she never recorded a record, made any music until the Queen put my song, my revolutionary song, on my videos, right? When I started using that as my outro. And then all of a sudden, Wig wants to now do music. Are y'all seeing where I'm going with this? Wig does and tries to emulate many of the things that the Queen does. That's all I'm saying. I could point out a myriad of other things that she does, trying to be like the Queen. She wants to be the Queen Bee, but she can't be. That's why she's mad at me. Pay attention. All right. Yes, she's a copycat king account. Absolutely. Now, at this point, if anyone anywhere within the sound of Queen's voice still believes that I'm hating on Wig, and that Wig is the victim here, and that she's just some innocent little person that everyone's picking on, please wake up. Stop making a fool out of yourself and destroying your own credibility. At this point, anyone who vouches capes, caps for Wig, you need to be looked at suspiciously. Because I know all of you have seen the receipts. Now I'm going to have to show another receipt. And let me just say this. Even if I was lying, like I said, even if those documents were fraudulent, now pay attention. Wig didn't say the name of the person that's, making these slanderous allegations against her. But I would have to assume that she's talking about me for the simple fact. That's why I formed it as a question. I would have to assume she's talking about me, seeing as how I'm the only one to bring forth the paperwork and the receipts and invoices. Okay? I'm the only one that has done that thus far. So I would have to say that she's clearly talking about me. But let's just show what Wig posted to her Twitter today. And someone sent it to the Queen. All right. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. And then we'll get into the receipts of it all. Because I'm the Queen of Receipts for a reason. I don't know why this lady keeps playing with me. And she calls herself the Queen of Receipts. Well, here's the thing. If she's the Queen of Receipts, produce some. Stop talking. Don't talk about it, be about it. Because that's what I'm doing, honey. All right. Let's get into it. Now, let me enlarge this so you all can get a clear view. This is what Wig posted today. She posted this at 3:04 p.m. Now, I want y'all to notice something. She just posted this at 3:04 p.m. today. What time is it? What time is it, family? It's 5:32. What does that tell y'all? Well, I'm glad you asked. That tells y'all that I already had these receipts lined up, baby. I didn't have to come back tomorrow and talk about it. I didn't have to come back later on tonight and talk about it. I came right on here as soon as I got wind of what she was trying to pull to put a halt to it, to clear up any, questions or concerns that anyone has. And let me say this, Wig, Vicki Dillard, you're still invited to come on my show and face me face to face and accuse me of anything you like to do to my face. If you don't want to do it on YouTube or social media, period, then we can have a private Zoom. Now, I'm challenging you to do so. Because if somebody was spreading lies on me and doctoring paperwork and all that, baby, it would be so quick that I would want to have to meet with them so we can air this all out. And I would do it in front of everybody so that everybody can see who's the real liar, who's the real fraud, who's the real con. And then I would be at my attorney's office filing paperwork for a cease and desist and for a defamation, libel, and slander suit. Because the Queen's very litigious. And I want y'all to make mention of something also. Y'all do know that I have a PhD, right? And y'all do know that if I went to college for all those years, and if I take pride in the fact, in which I do, that I went to college for all those years, Do you really think I would risk my credibility, my freedom by making some fraudulent documents? Pay attention to how stupid it all is. Why would I make fraudulent documents to call someone else a fraud? Make it all make sense, Wig. Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull up this other post she posted. Oh, so nefarious. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm really ashamed of Wig at this point and disappointed. I'm going to pull this up, let you all see it. This is what she posted as well. Uh-oh, hold on. Let me zoom in so y'all can see this. Okay, so there it is. If you all can see that, it says Proverbs 14:15. Only simpletons believe everything they're told. The prudents carefully consider their steps. I agree with that, Wig. I absolutely agree with that. And let me say this. I agree with it because none of us, let this be a lesson to us all, beloveds. None of us should believe everything we're told. Okay? The Bible says, watch as well as pray. And it also says, study to show thyself approved. With that all being said, do y'all think I'm stupid enough? Do y'all think I'm foolish enough to make some fraudulent documents just to try to bring Wig down? This isn't even about me. Of course, I did want revenge. That was all a part of it. I'm not even going to lie. I told y'all that. When I found out Wig was having people to flag my channel, honey, and I lost my channel, as you all know, for 8 whole months, lost my monetization, which I still haven't gotten back on this channel. Of course, I wanted revenge, but I sat back in the cuts. And though people said, go ahead, Queen, drop the receipts, expose her. I said, no, I don't want to be messy. AI knows I said that, right? I said, no, I don't want to be messy. All of my moderators know I said that. But Robin said, Queen, the documents are all over Google. Well, not the ones that I posted. The ones I posted, that's why she's trying to tell y'all they fraud, because those aren't on Google. The ones I posted came from straight government websites. I didn't go to Google for these, honey. And see, that's the thing. You see, all this time she's been lying and acting like she's such a political activist and all that. She was hoping that if anybody dared to look into it, they would just find those little articles or whatever, that said that she was convicted and did time. Because that didn't mean anything to her, because she could always tell y'all, like she has, that she was doing time because she was framed by the feds and all that. That's what she was doing. But now, if you did look on the FBI website, it tells you on the FBI website. Now that you can Google. So if I'm lying and giving out fraudulent information, it would be safe to assume she's trying to say the same thing about the feds. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, let's just say if I was showing false documents or fraudulent or whatever she wants to call it, the people that came on her last night, her own former subscribers who supported her monetarily and all of that, were they fraudulent? Of course they weren't. They showed you the receipts of the things that she was doing in the webinar, the things that she was selling. And since then, numerous other people have reached out to me and said they would like to come on here and talk about what Wig has done to them as well. So Wig, please sit on down, honey, or I'll get about 50 people to come on this show and every one of them can blast you and talk about all the schemes and scams that they feel that they've been conned into believing. I'm just saying. Now, another thing is, what about the 50 plus witnesses that testified against her in court? Is that a fraud? What about the accomplices, the co-conspirators, like that Thaddeus Jackson? But here's the key thing right here. Let me pull up this receipt first, honey. Without further ado, let me pull up this receipt. Hold on. Let me show y'all. First of all, let me show y'all this other post she made first. And then I'll pull up this receipt. Because I absolutely cannot. Y'all see that, right? Now I'm gonna show y'all something in a second. I'm gonna make a very good point. So this says, if you ever altered messages, slandered or lied on me without proper fact finding, if you ever rejected me, disrespected me, or doubted me, thank you. Every time I win, I remember you. Well, you're losing now, Wig. That's just the fact, so get over it. You're losing now, clearly. You're losing. You're playing checkers and I'm playing chess, and you're not going to win. You're just not. I'm not going to let you win. I told you that. So all the money that Wig has cost me, no, I'm not going to let you win. All the dirty, low-down things you did to Black people, the people who lost their homes and were homeless on the streets, thanks to you and your thugs, your den of thieves, no, I'm not going to let you win. Thanks to the fact that you keep lying rather than giving atonement for your wrongs. No, I'm not going to let you win. Now, you want to keep this going? We can keep it going all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. I don't care how long it lasts. Because, see, here's the thing. Wig is operating low vibrationally in lies and deceit. That's of the devil. The devil is the author of confusion and the father of lies. I'm operating in truth and righteousness. So the Most High is clearly on my side, honey. That's why you're not going to win. Please sit down, Wig, and stop. It's too late. Now, Capricorn said at this point, it sounds like she's delusional. Well, it obviously seems that way to me. Now, let me just bring this back up because I showed you all this days ago. Someone sent me this as well. Now, I'm going to let y'all see this and I'm going to read it again because I want y'all to marinate on the fact that this woman says she has plenty of receipts, but yet shows none. And then she also said what I look like, addressing lies and slander and all of that. Well, you look like somebody trying to prove their point. That's what you would look like if you did it, but you won't do it. But yet still, she doesn't have time to drop receipts, but she has time to post all that stuff I just showed you and even this. Let's read it again. Dear family, I have been receiving an outpouring of concern from you all regarding several people who have attempted to slander, distort, lie, and defame me. As you may know, for years, I've endured death threats and threats of violence against me. But she never took out a terroristic threat on anybody. If somebody, you let somebody put a death threat on me, honey. What? But she didn't do nothing about the death threats and all that and the lies and slander that she's endured for years. Oh, persecuted, woe is me, Vicki. Let me continue. I just wanted to thank all of you for your concern and to let you know that I'm handling this matter behind the scenes with my attorney. Oh, really? Please stop. There have also been people who appear to be allies that have engaged in this smear campaign with other parties in an attempt to defame me. They will also be addressed and will be held legally accountable. I will keep you updated in the coming weeks and months. We will now be utilizing the hashtag Vicki Nation to represent all of the supporters and digital family of Vicki Dillard. Okay, whatever. There's enough about that. So let me say this. Now, if she said I was lying on her, everybody putting the violins in the chat. Clearly, she wants a sad song. She wants to live in a whining zone, and she wants to cry wolf, and she wants to sit there and just act like she's just, a perpetual victim, as I've said before. And a smear campaign. Is that what it is, please? So what I want y'all to pay attention to. Now, even if I was lying on her, so was Angel Love lying on her. Were Mr. Hotel and Ashara lying on her? Were all the people who are emailing me and sending me proof? I got proof. These people are not just saying stuff. They're sending me proof. Now, I can show it at any given time, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. And also people sending me stuff on my Twitter and messages on Twitter and Instagram. Now, I want to know, where are the people sending her proof that the queen is lying? Where are the people sending her proof that I've committed fraud? And here's the thing. Now, if she was such a political activist, why doesn't she go get those people that were dressed like Robin Hood that were protesting Wells Fargo when she was protesting? Why don't she go get any of them to speak up for her on her behalf and admit that she was, in fact, a political activist and that, in fact, the government framed her and lied? Let me show y'all this receipt. Let me just go ahead and show y'all this receipt so y'all can just, don't have to worry about the suspense, because I find it all so interesting. And then I'm going to tell y'all how y'all can find all the same receipts that I had yourself. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And then y'all going to know that she lying about the stuff being fake. All right. This stuff came from government websites, numerous government websites, and also from sites that only attorneys and people who go to law school are privy to. All right. So I'm just saying, she need to sit down somewhere and stop playing games. It's not going to work. The lies and the con, it's over. I have killed that. It's done, Vicki Dillard. It's over. It's a wrap. You're dead in the water. Stop while you're behind. I can't even say while you're ahead because you're not. And then someone said to me, they said Vicki met her match. No, she didn't meet a match. She didn't meet her match, beloveds. See, she's not on my level. That's why she can't get over on me, and she can't dispute and prove anything other than what I'm saying. And the more she tries to kick, lie, bite, scratch, and deflect and gaslight, all she's doing is further proving my point. That's all she's doing. Now, here's the receipt right here. How many must I drop? I want y'all to read it for yourselves. Say what now? Say who? I'm sorry. There it is. There it is. Now, I want you all to know this. Let me let y'all get a good look. All right? Vicki Dillard, a former federal prisoner, now out of prison. She was out of prison when this was filed. I want y'all to pay attention. Vicki Dillard Crow, a former federal prison, now out of prison on supervised release, appeals the denial of her 28 USC statute 2255 habeas corpus petition. The district court also denied her a certificate of appealability, COA, as due. In December of 2011, a jury in the District of Colorado convicted Crow of 8 counts of mail fraud in violation of 18 USC Statute 1341 and 8 counts of wire fraud in violation of 18 USC Statute 3143. In June 2012, Crow made a motion for judgment. Okay, this order is not binding precedent, blah, blah, blah. So let me say this. This right here, you see, what Miss Wig did was she appealed her conviction. Now, I want y'all to answer this. If she was innocent of the charges, first of all, she took a plea deal. I wouldn't take a plea deal if I know I was innocent. Clearly, someone was trying to frame me. She not only took a plea deal, she appealed the case. So here's the question, beloveds. If I'm lying and the documentation is fraudulent and doctored, well, what did she try to appeal besides her conviction? So if you try to appeal your conviction, wouldn't that mean and prove that the documents are absolutely true and correct? Say what now? Now, I got to give it to her. Wig is smart. She's pretty smart. That's why she's able to con people so well and get people to believe her, even though she shows no proof, facts, evidence, receipts, invoices, none of it. All she's doing is talking. She's very convincing when she talks, and I know that. I knew she was. That's why I brought receipts. I didn't just get on here and say, oh, she did this, she's telling lies, doing that. No, I brought the receipts. Not the ones off Google either. The one from federal government websites, beloveds. Okay? And let me just tell you all how you too can do the same. Let me tell you how you too can do exactly the same, beloveds. It's not hard to do. Here we go. Pay attention. Pay attention, Wig. Your gig is up. All right? Beloveds. All right, somebody said it's a true con. Honey, this chat is spinning. Angela says, smooth criminal. Absolutely. All right. Now I want y'all to watch this video. Because I told you on yesterday that if you all wanted the receipts that I had, all you had to do was file a Freedom of Information Act request. Right? Okay. And so let me show you all this video where it tells you exactly how to do that. If y'all want the proof that Vicki Dillard is everything that I said, if y'all want the proof that every document that I showed is true and correct, here's what you do. Pay attention.
To get information under the FOIA, typically you must make a FOIA request. Now, this is a written request in which you describe the information you want and the format you want it in as much detail as possible. You should be aware that the FOIA does not require agencies to do research for you, to analyze data or answer written questions, or to create records in response to your request. Finally, you should know that the FOIA requires that federal agencies release certain information automatically without the need for you to make a request. So before you send in that FOIA request, it's a good idea to look at agency websites first and see what's already available online.
Y'all heard that, right? That's all you have to do. And if you missed anything, just rewind this video, telling you exactly what you can do, and you can get those receipts on Wiggy Dillard. I don't have to lie. I'm not so wicked. I'm not so nefarious that I would lie on anyone and say anyone or anything about someone that's false, especially something that could be so damaging and detrimental to their credibility, their reputation, or any of those things. I'm not that stupid, nor am I that evil or wicked. She is, you see. And she's banking on people believing what she says. But pay attention. It was her who quoted Proverbs 14:15 and said only simpletons believe everything they're told. So with that all being said, let me say this to hashtag Vicki Nation. Those of you who want to lash out at the queen and say that I'm jealous and that I'm lying on her or whatever you want to say, she just called y'all simpletons. Because she said only simpletons believe whatever they're told. And y'all are believing everything she tells you without any proof or facts, because she hasn't shown y'all any receipts. She hasn't shown any. But listen to this. This is her. Now, I can't show this video, but I'm going to play the audio, and I want y'all to pay attention. Here it goes.
I'm thinking most of you all can hear me. Yes, thank you. So, family, make sure that you go to VickiDillard.tv. Be sure to share. You know, I want to thank you all so much for your love and your support. And I want to let you all know that those of you who reach out asking about how I'm doing and wanting me to weigh in on all of the chatter and the gossip, it's not my job to weigh in on the chatter and the gossip. I hope that you all are spiritual enough, discerning enough, intelligent enough to know the difference. And if you rock with me, I shouldn't have to have people not support slanderous individuals and voices that are speaking against me. That's not, I shouldn't have to do that. And besides, my spiritual cord that has rocked with me these 43 years don't play about Vicki. I've got too many receipts, don't play with it. So it's not my job to run behind everything that somebody is saying.
Hold on, I want to stop right there. She said, I got too many receipts, don't play with it. Well, if you got too many receipts, please show them. At least show one. I'd love to see it. She's not going to show any receipts because she doesn't have too many receipts. In fact, she has no receipts. Pay attention, right? And here's the thing that I find interesting. Now, she don't have time to produce at least one receipt, but she has time to write a whole letter talking about dear family. And then she has time to post stuff on Twitter and Instagram and all that in the YouTube community, posting all the comments from her supporters who are clearly brainwashed and drinking the Kool-Aid, because she reminds me of Jim Jones, and she's very charismatic, just like those pulpit pimps. But anyway, and just like Peter Popoff, as I proved yesterday. But she has time for all of that, numerous videos speaking subliminally, making herself the victim and all that, but she don't have time to produce a receipt, not just one. I mean, make it all make sense. Y'all heard right there. She said it herself. But hold on. Here's what I also found interesting. Remember, I told you guys that all she ever does is copy other people. She has nothing original of her own. She copies everyone else. This is what she does. She bites off everything that other people do. This is what she does. And then continues to play the perpetual, never-ending victim. This is what she does. So I want y'all to listen to this because I thought this was interesting. I noticed this a couple of days ago, and I wasn't even going to say anything. But now, since she keeps on with the, oh, woe is me, they're lying, it's fraud, they've doctored the evidence and all this and that, just like any other regular thug would do, instead of telling the truth and atoning for their foolishness. Well, since she continues, here's what I'm going to show. Hold on, beloveds. Let me pull this up. And by the way, some of her subscribers who were going in on me at first, some of them have actually reached out to me and apologized. One of them even left me a comment on my channel. Now, some of the others have reached out from Twitter and things like that. But hold on. I find it all very interesting. Find it all very interesting because here's the thing. Innocent people don't sit there and say that they don't have to show receipts. When you're a public figure and someone is saying so-called slanderous things about you, you absolutely do have to respond. You see, you should speak up in defense of yourself. And I don't mean by just simply saying something. You need to be showing something. You need to be showing and proving that what the people are saying against you is all lies and BS. That's what you need to be doing. Okay? Hold on, beloveds. I'm sorry for the delay. I'm trying to pull this up real quick. Trying to find where it was sent to. Hold on. In the meantime, everyone please like and share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let me see if I can find it right here. Here we go. Here we go. Now I want y'all to listen to this. You all remember the other day, she was talking about Jay Morrison and Tony the Closer. And she was, trying to liken herself, trying to make a comparison between herself and Jay Morrison because Tony the Closer lost his defamation suit. Jay Morrison filed a defamation suit against Tony the Closer, and Tony the Closer lost by default because he didn't show up to court. And so she was trying to liken herself to Jay Morrison, basically trying to imply that when people lie on you and defame you, then you win when you take them to court. Well, I'm still waiting to get those court papers, but I want y'all to pay attention because one thing that I noticed was this. I went and watched Jay Morrison's video of what he was saying about his victory, and I noticed a little something. So pay attention.
Just an old school word.
Hold on, I'm not gonna play the whole video, but listen to this.
Beyonce say in her song where she said, "I'm on a new foundation."
Now I'm not gonna play much of.
Just an old.
Hold on, I'm not gonna play much of the song because she put music in the background. Okay, so I don't want any trouble with ScrewTube. But you all heard when she was singing the song "New Vibration," right? Now let's listen to what she said.
Sound like they're with us and for us, but in fact they're not. They're spies. They're sleeper spies. They're implants. They're agents. And some of you, unfortunately, are so ignorant to how warfare works. You actually, when someone like me exposes somebody that looks like us, a black-looking person.
Who did she expose? She's getting exposed. I want y'all to pay attention to how she deflects and gaslights and projects herself on others. She's talking about when someone like me exposes. She haven't exposed anybody. Who does she expose? I'm sorry. Say what now? Honey, you're getting exposed continuously, and you'll continue to be exposed until you stop playing foolish games and telling these lies. Now, atone for your sins, or I will continue to go in on you. I have many more receipts, so please stop playing games. She said she's exposing people, and then she ended with this. Listen again to the song.
Song where she said, "I'm on a new foundation."
Okay, now the reason I wanted to play that, because I told y'all she copies everything from everybody. She has no original thoughts, it seems. So pay attention while I show this video. I absolutely cannot with wig. I absolutely cannot. Alas, I have to continue to do these things. And it's sad that I do, because wig should just tell the truth and shame the devil. But alas, she can't shame the devil, because then she'd be shaming herself. Because clearly she is the devil. Pay attention. Now, like I said, she compared herself to Jay Morrison. And she talked about his suit for defamation against Tony the Closer. But here's what she also did. Pay attention. I'm about to pull up this and share my screen. This is Jay Morrison. This is him gloating about his win. But pay attention to what he's doing. Same thing that Wig did, only he did it first. Wig clearly copied him. You see, this is the slickness of the devil. This is the slickness of the devil, beloveds.
The river of miracles flowing. There's a river of miracles flowing. There's a river of miracles flowing. My God versus my enemies. In real life. Listen, y'all. This here live is called Closing the Closer. The Closer. The Mogul.
Okay, I've seen enough. I just wanted you all to pay attention to the fact that she not only got up there and tried to compare herself to Jay Morrison because he claims he was defamed and she claims she was defamed. But at the end of the day, she sang that song for people to feel sorry for her. So she could seem like such a fragile little woe is me victim. That's what she did. And she got the idea of singing as she spoke about the case from Jay Morrison because he sang when he spoke about the case. Y'all see the con game here? I mean, she's so slick and crafty. Yes, Angel Love said she broke out in song. Yes. And that's why. So, Shane said the queen is exposing Wig's scalp. Somebody, Lee Harv said she needs to join TD Jakes' choir. Let me tell y'all something. She needs to, at this point, just sit down somewhere. And like I said, anyone caping for her at this point, anyone trying to vouch for her at this point, anyone trying to act like she's not a whole thug, a whole con, and that she's not just one in the past, she's one right here now with the Peter Popoff style antics and tactics that she uses in her webinars, talking about sowing seeds and all that. Anyone trying to deny that foolishly when the seeds have already been shown numerous of times, we should be looking at them very suspect themselves. Don't make the queen start digging, okay? I'm tired of exposing people. And here's the thing. Let me bring this back to the forefront. Now, if I'm a hater, why is it that Wig is not even the only person I've exposed? I exposed young Pharaoh years ago when he came on, when I was on Facebook. When he first came out, I told people how he was lying about those daycares around the country because he's a whole felon. How you going to open a chain of daycares for black women? Please sit down. And he collected all that money. Then I exposed how he lied and said that he needed money for his case when he goes back to court and whatever. And then I played the audio, literally, where he was, his attorney, his legal aid attorney, said that they don't get paid from the clients. They get paid by the state. So there was no need for him to collect money. I showed y'all all that. When I was on Facebook, I did all that. But even then, when I was on YouTube, I've exposed young Pharaoh again. And was I wrong? No. Everything I said about him showed out to be true. I exposed Grandmaster Jay. Okay? Even though Fly Nubian Queen took down my video when I was exposing him for the simple fact they didn't want to, I guess they were trying to save face because Grandmaster Jay had a myriad of people that believed in him. But I exposed him as a whole agent, please. Now, I wasn't the only one, so I'm not going to take all the credit because really somebody else had more receipts than I ever did, and that was Taharka Bay. But nevertheless, I did. I was one of the first people to speak out on about Grandmaster Jay, that he was a whole fraudulent agent. All right. All right. And how did I know that he was an agent? Well, I think I told you all. In my spirit, as soon as I saw his first video, my spirit told me that he was an agent. And then the receipts started falling out and things were being done. Like foolishly, he was on YouTube making threats to people, making terroristic threats and all that. Talking about kidnapping mayors and their children, all kind of crazy stuff. I said, now ain't no way anybody, especially a black person, can say all these things and don't get arrested. Please make it all make sense. So I exposed him. All right? I'm just saying. So why didn't anybody say that I was hating on Grandmaster Jay? Why didn't anybody say that I was hating on young Pharaoh? But Vicki Nation wants to say that I'm hating on her. No, I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just proving the truth. All right? So that's just it. Oh, that's just it. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all like this. Beloveds, I'm tired of exposing people. See, because what we need to do is take accountability for our own selves as well. You see, if we all start using our gifts of discernment, which I believe we all have, some of us, they just lie dormant because we don't exercise common sense sometimes in certain situations about certain people, just because we like them. Just because we like some people, we don't want to think that they could do nefarious things. Everyone is not always what they seem. If something seems off, maybe you should look into it. I don't want to keep exposing people. In fact, Wig is likely the last person I'll expose because it's up to you all as well. It's up to you all as well to do your own due diligence and to use your gifts of discernment to find out who these people are that are amongst us. Okay? I'm just saying. Because I have other things to work on. other things to be doing for the community and for our people. I don't want to waste my time exposing the frauds amongst us, because I feel like we all should be looking for these people. And what we need to stop doing is judging books by their cover, because even salt looks like sugar until you taste it. And by the time you taste it, it's too late, right? So that's all I'm saying. Don't, like Wig said, don't believe everything you're told. She's right about that. So that's why I don't understand why her own people believe everything that she says. She hasn't shown them any proof to the contrary of what I've said. And as I also said, if she was not guilty, if the paperwork I showed was fraudulent, why were there 50 plus people that were in court against her? Why are there numerous victims who lost their homes and all sorts of things that were victims of her and the people that she was conspiring with, her co-conspirators? Why did someone sue them in civil court, file civil paperwork against them? How is all of this fraudulent? She sounds crazy. She's clearly a delusional, narcissistic sociopath, in my opinion. Because only a sociopath and a narcissist will continue to cling to the lies when they know that I'm hurling truth at their lies. That's what I'm doing. And I'll continue to do so, because you're not going to win. Listen, the devil will never defeat the Most High. Lies will never defeat the truth. It's just not meant to be. So I'm just saying, honey, let me continue. Now let's talk about Hunter Biden's shady self. Let's talk about Hunter Biden, honey. Everyone, please get those likes up. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Silent D says, no, it's not an opinion. These are facts. Yes, it absolutely is. Angel said, why has her... Hold on. This chat is moving so quick. Angel says, why has her international campaign strategist, why are they missing in action? She's not even retweeting her at all. Isn't that interesting? She sent me an email. Which I need to get back to her. I need to get back to her. Isn't her, correct me if I'm wrong, Angel, but isn't her international campaign strategist my ex-moderator? Because my ex-moderator that works for WIG sent me an email that I haven't responded to yet. So with that all being said, Just Do It Right said Vicki served her time. Just Do It Right. She did serve her time. What's your point? The fact that she served her time is irrelevant, fool. I said she served her time. I've said that and acknowledged that. Okay? My point is she's lying and trying to act like somebody's showing fraudulent documents on her. All I want her to do is show a receipt. So don't look like a fool because you sound like one in my chats. Now, I'm not going to block you because you're stupid. All right? I'm not going to block you for being stupid and for caping. But I'm looking at you with a whole side eye, because what's that supposed to mean? Don't try to come on here painting narratives. See, let me now I got time today. Let me just stop right here again before we go in on Hunter Biden. Another felonious devil, as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion. But yeah, but though his felonies haven't been proven yet, but I suspect they will soon. But these allegations against him, I suspect will be proven true, shall I say. But here's the thing. For the person in the chat, I forgot that name just that quick, who just said she served her time. Nobody said she didn't serve her time. Now, why don't you address what I just said? Don't sit up here and try to gaslight, deflect, and redirect the energy, okay, and the conversation. We all know she served her time. She said that herself, that she was in prison, fool. All right, we all know that. She also had 3 years of supervised release. So that's pointless and irrelevant to what I'm talking about. I'm talking about her saying that these paperwork, these documents that are being shown about her are fraudulent. Okay, so now, unless you have something to say about that, unless you have some proof to the contrary of what the queen has said, please sit your funny looking self down and shut up. That's all I'm saying. Another thing, speaking of fraud, now I'll tell you what documents were fraud. And those were the ones that WIG posted on her Twitter, her Instagram, her YouTube community, and her Facebook about Angel Love. Lies and slander. That's what WIG has done, not me, WIG. Now, you want to talk about legal repercussions and all that. You need to be worried about what Angel Love's gonna do about that bullshit you posted about her, because you know that's lies. You know that's lies, honey. And even if you didn't make those things up yourself, I'm sure you had the the person who did, because as soon as that person got off the phone with Angel, you posted that stuff quick, fast, and in a hurry, talking about you Googled it. Well, here's the thing. Whether you made those receipts up, those false receipts, you darn sure posted them. So you're just as guilty as the person who made them, and that's still slander and lies and all of that. And if you don't know that, honey, please go talk to an attorney and see what they tell you about it. And another thing is this. If I was lying and spreading false information and fraudulent documentation on Wig, how come she hasn't filed a cease and desist? Please, somebody answer that. Fool in the chat that's talking about she served the time. Why don't you answer that? Because here's the thing. She sent Angel Love a cease and desist just for having the fan page with her name on it. So you mean to tell me she's not going to send the queen one? If I'm saying things about her that are slanderous and lies, no, she's not going to send me one, because she know darn well everything I'm saying is true. And why hasn't she filed that defamation, libel, and slander lawsuit yet? I'm just waiting. Talking about she'll let y'all know in the upcoming months and weeks. It don't take months and weeks for you to go file no paperwork, boo. It don't take months and weeks for you to sit up here and tell me to cease and desist and send paperwork to prove it. It don't take months and weeks for you to drop one receipt. Y'all heard that video. She said, I got plenty of receipts. And then after she said she had plenty of receipts, she said it's not her business. Hold on, let me go back to that video so I can see the title of it again. Because here's the thing that I find interesting. She said, no, it's not my job to respond to relentless, outrageous gossip. This ain't gossip when I got receipts. It's called facts. Okay? It's not gossip. It's not hearsay. It's not rumors. It's truth. So miss me with it, Wig, and sit down somewhere for I really embarrass your ass. Before I really embarrass you, because honey, if you only knew what I got cooking for you, you might want to settle down, sit down, and stop telling lies and just go ahead and take your L and take it with pride or with shame. However you want to take it, but just take it. Because I promise you, Wig, baby, ain't nobody seen nothing yet. Ain't nobody seen nothing yet, because I promise you, I got a whole atomic bomb to drop if you keep it up. Woo! And I ain't even lying. I'm not even lying. All right? That ain't the final nail in your coffin yet, boo-boo. And that's not the final nail. And let me say, that's a euphemism when I say that's an analogy when I say nail in her coffin, because the last thing I need Wig to do is go lie and tell the police, oh, she threatened to kill me, because she loved to say somebody threatened her, right? I'm not threatening you, Wig, physically. I'm threatening you with truth, okay? So what wrong? Yeah. I'm just saying. Let me get that out there. Let me just put that out there, because I know how she loves to mince words. She's slick with her tongue, all right? And I want y'all to pay attention, because a lot of these tactics that Wig is using to gaslight and deflect and try to paint a narrative that's clearly false, she learned this from the same wanton supremacy that she's supposed to be fighting against. Isn't that something? Pay attention. So let me go on and talk about Hunter Biden, because I absolutely cannot with Wig. Absolutely cannot. Here we go. Now, y'all listen to this. Hunter Biden still at it. And likes up. Everyone. Oh, y'all are too much in that chat.
Could face federal sex trafficking charges for Hunter Biden could face federal sex trafficking charges for transporting prostitutes across state lines. Documents and videos obtained by the Daily Mail show Hunter paying to bring the hookers hundreds of miles to his hotel. This all happened during a 5-month, $30,000 sex binge where Hunter wrote false checks disguised as medical payments to pay for prostitutes. Some of it financed by his father, Joe.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stop that, honey. It was still playing. Let me go back because y'all need to see this real quick. In the meantime, while y'all are watching this, I'm getting this other receipt ready for something I want to talk about real quick. Okay, there we go.
Back in 2018, while Hunter was staying in a swanky $700 a night room in New York, he was looking for a good time, so he hit up his go-to supplier to see what girls were available. Moments later, Hunter's buying 3 tickets for prostitutes on Amtrak. Ironically, it's the same rail line his father rode to work on. The girls sent videos of themselves on the train to Hunter to let him know they're on the way. And once they arrived there was an orgy which Hunter filmed. Of course, because there isn't a crime Hunter hasn't filmed. So by paying to transport escorts from Boston to New York, Hunter may have violated the Mann Act, which makes it a felony to transport individuals for the purpose of prostitution.
The Mann Act, though, here's the thing. First off, there's 2 words, Hunter Biden. That's his name. This is the same guy who lied, who falsified a 4473, the same guy whose sister-in-law / lover deposited, and by deposited, threw away his pistol that she took, it was unsecured in his truck, threw it in a trash can literally across the street from a school. Whether or not that violated the National Gun-Free School Zones Act, I mean, I'm not quite sure, but, could be. Apparently nothing happened with that. In fact, there were allegations that the Secret Service, Jesse, even worked to help kind of silence that, maybe cover it up a little bit. The FBI's been sitting on all of this stuff with his laptop. If some people can actually get into his iCloud account and just get this much information, Jesse, imagine what isn't out there. But for the Mann Act violation, R. Kelly had other charges along with it. Typically, from everything I've read on it, it's not usually just that act alone being violated that results in some kind of prosecution and or penalty. But he's under investigation for a lot of other stuff, so we'll see.
What a mess. What a tangled web we weave, honey. Now, let me say this. Before I get into Hunter Biden, let me say this, too. I meant to say this about Wig. Yes, Hunter is, isn't he? I meant to say this about Wig. So, Wig tried to get her record sealed. She tried to get her record sealed. And she's not going to be able to do that. She's a whole felon. And for anybody that was saying that I was jealous of her, here's another thing. Why would I be jealous of a whole convicted federal felon? Make it all make sense. But she tried to get her record sealed. So she's such a devout activist out there fighting for truth and justice and fighting for Black folk who are victims of predatory lending and all that stuff and whose homes are getting foreclosed on. Why would she want to get her record sealed? Because that should have been a badge of honor for a revolutionary activist fighting for Black folk, that they sacrificed themselves by going to prison for fighting for Black folk. But she ain't no revolutionary. All right. She's no Huey P. Newton. All right. That's what she's not. She's no Catherine Cleveland. No, Ahmadiyyah Shakur. None of that. So miss me with it. Try to get her record sealed. Yeah. Shit. That's what you tried to do. Why are you trying to hide your records, Wig? But now, so let's talk about created from greatness said entangled wig we are. Entangled wig we weave. So listen, now back to Hunter Biden. Y'all saw what they said about him? Now I want y'all to pay attention. Because do you all think for one single solitary minute by any stretch of anyone's imagination, that if that were a Black president, if that had been Obama, or if that were one of us, do you think that they would have still allowed Obama to sit up in that White House with all this going on with his son, and then them talking about Obama helped them to do it and all this stuff, or gave them money for certain things or whatever? Now, do y'all see how this country operates? Low down, dirty, and doing all kind of slick things. And these are most of the Democrats doing these things. Now, I want y'all to pay attention, because you see, they sat there and demonized Trump and went in on Trump and said all this stuff about Trump. And I'm not saying it wasn't true, but I'm saying this. While they were talking all that crap about Trump, why weren't they saying anything about Hunter? Because they were busy hiding his receipts, the receipts that were brought forth on him. And the poor man who owned the repair shop, who gave the laptop to Rudy Giuliani after he said the FBI didn't seem to do anything, and clearly he felt like he was in danger. Well, he's been receiving threats and all that. He lost his business and had to move and all of that. This is what happens in this nefarious country when you start exposing people. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all just like this. Speaking of exposing, Hunter Biden was exposed. This man exposed the stuff, the nefarious things, images, emails, and all that was on his computer. And that man lost his home, his business, and had to move and all of that. Fears for his life and all of that. Y'all saw the interview because I showed y'all that months ago. You see, in this country, truth is often not viewed as a positive. It's often viewed as a negative. And people who often speak the truth and uncover lies and hidden agendas and things like that, they're often demonized. And so that's what happened when that man told the truth about Hunter Biden and exposed things about him that nobody, or certain people, shall I say, that elite, certain people, the powers that shouldn't be, didn't want to be put out there. At the same time, they didn't have a problem demonizing Trump. So just pay attention to how the system and things work. Because I said all that to say this. Wig sitting there trying to act like I'm making up false things about her. Do y'all really think that I want to be sitting up here with people coming on my channel threatening me? Y'all saw the receipts last night. Mika Thomas, who is she? I don't know who she is to Wig, and I don't know who she has connections to, but she's making threats. I told y'all that somebody called my phone and told me to stop talking about Wig or else. Or else what? Because you don't scare me. That's what you don't do. But the thing is this, even the fact that I have to go through that, my life could be in danger. As far as I know, I don't know who Wig knows. I mean, she is a whole thug, right? She has these men that came at Angel Love, you know, for exposing things about her. People calling my phone. I don't know if she put them up to it, but they definitely did. So I'm saying all that to say this. Why would I put myself through all of this just to try to make her look bad? She makes herself look bad. Everything that I said, she absolutely did. And here's the thing. Even if the receipts were fake, which they're not, but I'm just saying, let's pretend. So last night when I showed you all the little cheap construction paper made out of ATM cards that she sold people for $22, when I showed you the little bitty keys, I had Ashara show you all the little small key that Wig said would activate, was the key to activating DNA and putting you in touch with your ancestors, which is all a load of BS. And she charged people $27 for it, and she's using the 27th law of the 48 laws of power on people, and probably casting spells on people too, because she already said she's a whole magnetic witch. She's already done incantations and all of that in webinars. People have said it. So why would I sit up here and put myself through all of this just to try to paint a picture of her, just to try to lie on her? She's been throwing subliminals and causing me problems ever since I came on YouTube behind the scenes. And she's good at what she does. And I'm going to tell you why I know she's good at it. Because this whole time she's been doing it, she's been getting other people to do most of it for her. Now, even Mr. Hotel and other people that included have told me that she's been in my chats. I've never been in her chats. I've never sent anyone to flag her channel. If I did want to flag her channel, I'd have done it myself, but I have not. But she's done all these nefarious things. And so I said all that to also say, why would I all of a sudden want to start exposing her? Well, I'm glad you asked, because she keeps on messing with me. And because when Angel Love came out and said that it was Wig who was having people to flag my channel, Meech's channel, and other people's like Z-Banger's channels, that ticked me off. And I also was further annoyed and perturbed when I found out that those victims, I knew they were Black, but when I found out specifically who some of the victims actually were, see, it's one thing to see a name on a document, but it's another thing to see the picture of that person, to see a video of that person, and to sit down and talk to that person. To sit down and talk to people who have been victimized. And also, when I found out from Angel Love that Wig sent her minions at Mark Lamont Hill, and she went at him herself to try to stop him from working with Meechy to bring attention to Ozone's case. Othel Wallace. When I found all that out, I was like, okay, something has to be done. And let me say this too. I don't know if I told y'all about the dream that I had about Wig. And I think I told y'all. I know I told my moderators about this, but I had a dream about Wig a few months ago. And in the dream, Wig was on my TV when I woke up, and there was no screen in the TV. And she was sitting there banging her gavel and looking at me with evil eyes. And she was yelling something, but I couldn't hear what she was saying for some reason. There was no sound coming out, but it appeared that she was yelling and she's banging this gavel. And when I woke up, I had such an eerie feeling, and it felt like a very dark presence. So I knew then that I had to make sure to start dropping these receipts. Because right after that dream, that's when people started talking about those nefarious webinars with satanic sex rituals going on. And here's another thing too. I also found out, and I wasn't even going to say this, but now I will, that when she was in that Secret Money in the Womb webinar, and those of you who were in there, y'all know I'm not lying, because some of y'all told me about it. They said she was in there telling them pretty much, how can I say this so it's not so inappropriate? Telling people to touch themselves, basically. Not in those words, but that's basically what she was telling them to do, and telling them how to ride a horse. And I'm not talking about a horse on a farm either. Telling them how to ride a horse. Pay attention. Y'all figure it out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And she was rubbing all over her neck and her body and moaning. Now that's y'all's revolutionary. That's y'all's queen. Is this your queen with nipples out on a live? Barren breast? Huh? Is that y'all's queen, barren breast? That's all I'm asking. I got questions. All right? So, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I wasn't even going to say all that. But they said she was in that webinar rubbing all over herself, telling the women, this is how you do it for your man. You do all this. Rubbing all over herself, honey, and moaning and groaning and gyrating. Look like to me she got the Jezebel spirit. What y'all think? If I'm lying, I'm flying. That's what the people who went to the webinar told me. Multiple people. And little does she know there is a video of it. So don't make me show that video, Wig. Now, I won't show it on YouTube, but I'll put it where everybody can see it. So don't play. Don't play. All right? Do not play, Wig. Now, I told you, when I say I got receipts, trust and believe that I actually have them. All right? Succubus, Harlan Brown says, absolutely. And that's why these men, these foolish men who are her minions, her henchmen, the ones who call people and threaten them, the ones who try to talk trash on people's pages and channels for just saying the truth about her, that's why they do it, because they thirsty. Because Wig, they done seen Nipplegate. They done seen Wig's nipples on that live. That's all I'm saying. So, what you talking about, Wig? What you talking about, Wig? So anyway, let's talk about this last thing. I want to tell y'all about this. Listen, you all know how they love to steal our stuff. And it's funny because I was just talking about this morning, was I not? I was talking about how they love to steal Black folks' intellectual property, steal our ideas and vintage creations and all these things. Well, I want y'all to pay attention. Yes, a thirst trap. Answer that. Absolutely. I agree. Mr. Hotel said make it all make sense. Absolutely. I'm sure she cannot, but I can. All right. This chat is on fire. But so listen, guys, you know, I was just talking this morning about how they love to steal from Black people and take our, you know, inventions and all that stuff. Jawara called it the whore of Babylon, honey. I have to agree. I have to agree. And I'm jealous of a whore of Babylon. I'm jealous of someone who shows their nipples on a whole live. Please stop. Now, so here, let's get into it. So I want y'all to pay attention. You see, there's a Black woman who had a song that went viral on TikTok. Now I want y'all to see how low down and dirty they can be, honey, on TikTok. Now listen to this. Taraji P. Henson opens the 2022 BET Awards by calling out the Supreme Court. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the wrong article, honey. This is the wrong article. Hold on. Wrong receipt. Hold on. Let me go back. Wrong receipt. Here we go. Okay, so Taraji P. Henson defended a viral TikToker. So now listen to this. There is a young lady who actually did a song that went viral on TikTok, and this is a black woman. And so an Asian singer took her song. Now, this is her own song. It's not a remake or anything like that. This is a song that she did, an original song. So an Asian singer took the song and did their own version of it and put it on TikTok. And guess what TikTok did, honey? They removed the black woman's version of her own song and only left it available for people to use the Asian singer's version. Isn't that something? Pay attention to the nefariousness of it, honey. Why do we keep dealing with people who steal from us and then try to just do all types of BS or whatever? Why do we keep dealing with these people? See, black folk, this is why we need our own stuff. This is why we need our own things, honey. We got to stop letting these devils take over and use our things for their own nefarious good. I mean, this is all so ghastly as far as I'm concerned. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to play the information. I'm not going to show this video because it isn't mine. But I'm pretty sure this person won't mind me bringing attention to this. Hold on. I'm going to play it on my phone. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Ahmadiyyah Shakur. Okay, so now the thing is, Taraji P. Henson used the song. She used the song to come out in her opening on BET, on the BET Awards. And I'm glad she did, because I'm sick and tired of them stealing our stuff, honey. Stealing black folks' creation. Hold on.
Always wanted to be famous, just being real, yeah, just being honest. My haters won't always be haters, give them no clout, I give them no power. Creators no different than agents, sooner than later, what will be ours? I keep an eye out for the numbers, I stay in contact, synchronization. To infinity, even beyond it, I am a common, no destination. A lot of things I am above, and there are a lot of things that are above me. Do not come for the people I love, cause then I get scary, then I get ugly, yeah. Ain't no problem, when I'm the equation. Present, noted, observation. I'm not complete, remote creation. Comment, ivy, send it.
Okay, so they totally colonized her song, honey. They snatched it, swagger jacked it. They did to her what Wig has done to me on numerous occasions. Pay attention, honey. And so with that all being said, they took that young woman's song and did their own version of it. And like I said, TikTok was low down and dirty enough, as far as I'm concerned, to take her song, the original that she did, to take it off of TikTok and then only allow for the Asian person's song to be used after her song went viral. Now that's just low down. And like I said, shout out to Taraji P. Henson, because when she came out on the BET Awards 2022, she used her original song, okay, to bring attention to it so more people could hear it, for those who hadn't heard it, so it could be heard internationally. And I appreciate, shout out to Taraji for that. We have to stick together, beloveds. And I want to tell y'all something. I'm all about unity. I'm never about division. But I'm going to say this for those of you who think that, you know, me going in on Wig is divisive. Well, yes, sadly it is. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, I told y'all this a long time ago, so let me refresh your memories, honey. I am always going to call out anyone who is Confederate against my people, even if it's one of my people. Okay? And I want you to remember, in 1804, during the Haitian Revolution, before the Haitians took battle, right? The first ones they dealt with were the ones they call the collaborators. All right? The collaborators. The ones amongst them who were nefarious. The ones amongst them who weren't doing what they were supposed to do. So that's all I'm doing. I'm doing the same thing the Haitians did during the revolution. I'm calling out these fakes, these frauds, these cons. That's what I'm doing. So don't get mad at me. Don't try to say I'm not B1, because clearly I am. Now, the one who isn't B1 is the one who scammed black folk and cause the black people to lose their homes and be out on the streets homeless while they fatten their pockets. And I want you to pay attention to something. I've told you on numerous of times that Vicki Dillard has to pay $2.5 million in restitution. She was ordered to pay that. And I happen to know that if you don't pay your restitution, you will go to jail. So clearly she's desperate. She's out here taking penitentiary chances as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion. Penitentiary chances so that she can make sure that restitution is paid properly. I hope she's paying that restitution. And I hope she ain't just out here buying Louis Vuitton bags and Fendi outfits and all that. I hope she's paying that restitution. So that's all I'm saying. I don't have any reason to lie or hate on her, honey. Please. I don't owe $2.5 million to nobody for nothing. Why would I hate? I haven't performed any felonious capers. Why would I hate? That's all I'm saying. So please make it make sense. Please make it all make sense. Humpty Dan said, hashtag surviving wig. That's why she pissed at you, Queen. You dried up her milk cows. Oh, okay. Kings of Cow, you are a mess. Mr. Hotel said, facts, Queen. Thank you, beloved. And then let me say this in closing. At the end of the day, anybody who's just mad or whatever and who doesn't want to accept the truth, you just suffer from cognitive dissonance and likely Stockholm syndrome as well. But at the end of the day, I haven't lied. I have not told one lie as it pertains to wig. And at the end of the day, I have no need to. You see, wig is making herself look bad because she keeps on lying and lying and lying. And I want y'all to pay attention. If at any point she decides to come forward and admit that she was wrong and that she's told all these lies and she's done all these things and asked for atonement, I do think that we should forgive her. I'm not saying we should trust her ever again, especially not with money or our personal information, as Angel Love should see. But we should at least forgive her. I mean, we all know that Black folk are the most forgiving people of all, right? So we should forgive her if and when she ever makes atonement. But until then, as long as the lies continue and the accusations and allegations, and she tries to insinuate and imply that I'm, or me, or anyone else that's telling truth about her is slandering her, I'm going to keep my foot on the gas, honey. I got time. I always have time, honey. And so with that all being said, I wish you all love, peace, and prosperity. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to follow the Queen on Instagram at Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. And if you have any stories about any missing Black people, please send them to me. All right? Because we know our stories often don't get media attention. And so if you have any, please make sure you send them so that I can talk about them, highlight them, and bring attention to them. Okay? With that all being said, everyone enjoy the rest of this lovely day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive and constructive, never destructive. And always remember to keep the Most High first in your life, beloveds. I love you all to life. Peace.
In order for you and me to devise some kind of method or strategy to offset some of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another Black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is Black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a Black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my Black shoes by the Black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he cash shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the